Welcome everyone to Our Town Podcast. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Don't forget to visit ourtownpodcast.com for all the links and join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. Now here are the boys of Our Town Podcast.
It just doesn't.
Maybe it's a type of encryption or something. He's way more spy oriented than we ever thought.
He's really a CIA guy.
Yeah, quintuple agent. Just a. Just like a guy with white patent leather shoes. He's got like 17 families in 32 states. How do you do that?
Yes, that's multitasking. Yeah. Oh my God.
All right, geez.
Well, geez, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast.
Extraordinary.
Coming to you from the Cedar Streams studio and the
Jet City
Live joint.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff, who cannot be with us today again. Just still not feeling good enough, which we send our best to him. And hope he's doing good. I think I grabbed the wrong one. I think you got mine. You got mines? You do have mine.
Oh, all right.
I'll give you yours.
Thanks, buddy.
Only because, Mike, tonight's safe word is twins. Twins?
Twins?
And it's, so if anybody's not feeling safe, just yell out twins, and we'll stop this here program and check on you. And you folks can do that at home, too. Just yell out twins and put it on pause until you feel better.
Yeah,
and
then, breathe into a bag like they did back in the 50s.
Does that actually work? Mike, that's because the twinning rate has increased by 1/3 since the 80s, up from 9 twins per 1,000 deliveries to 12 twins per 1,000 deliveries. It currently adds up to about 1.6 million twins born each year across the world.
Wow.
So that means 1 out of every 42 babies is a twin, which is just crazy. They think it's a couple of different reasons. One is because there's a lot more medically assisted births.
Sure. And hormonal therapy.
Hormonal therapy, stuff like that.
The gay frogs, dude.
Could be. I don't know. Let's get that guy on the air. The other thing is that a lot of folks delay doing the childbirth thing, doing the children thing till they're older. Oh. And older women are more susceptible to having twins.
That's
than younger
interesting.
women.
I wonder why that would be.
I don't know. Maybe just a buildup of eggs or something. I don't know. They're just more susceptible. Increase with the mother's age. So interesting stuff.
That is interesting.
Yeah. So, just yell out twins, and we'll do that thing.
Yeah.
Talking about some headlines, and later in the show, we had Addison, all-around do-gooder here in Renton, volunteer extraordinaire.
Yeah, gave some outlets for people to throw time, energy, and or money at.
Yeah, really good outlets, too.
And just a positive, good human being.
So we chat with her, and we'll play that segment after we get these headlines done.
It's a time manipulation.
It's a whole, we're just floating through space and time up here. So big thanks to her for coming on and sharing her story and what she does and her mission.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah. So jumping into some headlines, speaking of twins, this works. A giant blue penis flew into space for 11 minutes this week with an all-female crew. I don't know how much they actually pilot the thing, but we're talking about the Blue Origin mission. Sure. Sort of famous people included Katy Perry, the singer, journalist Gayle King, former NASA rocket scientist Aisha Bowe, bioastronautics research, I didn't even know that was a word, scientist, and civil rights activist Amanda Nguyen, and filmmaker Carrie Ann Flynn.
Jeez.
Also, did I mention Lauren Sanchez, who's Jeff Bezos' fiance? I think she was a reporter or something, media person. I don't know much
media
about
personality.
it. But they completed that whole space trip. The rocket launched up, and I have to say that rocket. If you've seen the Blue Origin, it's got a rather phallic shape
noggin
to
on it. Mushroom. But I don't know anything about that rocket or its technologies. Like you say, was it piloted by the people on board? Was it remotely piloted? I have no idea whatsoever.
I think it's. I would fathom a guess that it's remotely piloted, and there may be some.
Have there been any other Blue Origin rockets that have done any other jobs besides getting people into that?
I don't think so.
I think
it's
this
all
is
the
their
space
crowning.
tourists.
Didn't they? Was that Blue Origin that had like a reusable craft as well? You know what I'm talking about? That had,
the rocket.
It was sort of like the shuttle, but I thought it would. Yeah, but I thought that was a Blue Origin
may have been
project.
because I think Virgin does the same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
Virgin Atlantic or whatever, and then Musk has been doing some space flights.
And so far,
the
SpaceX has the most usable models of rockets, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen where people are angry about spending money on such kind of like luxury,
travel.
Extreme luxury dares or whatever that is. But I don't know. It's still an achievement for humankind, but I would rather see Jeff Bezos taxed at like a progressive tax rate, right? So that we could all,
I mean, if it was...
Because it's weird. It's weird.
It feels like it's an 11-minute ride up there. There's been a lot, like you said, there's been a lot of criticism of it because it's not an environmentally friendly. I don't know that there is an environmentally friendly
for
way
not doing actual work.
To not do actual work. To go up for 11 minutes. And then there's been a lot of goofy stuff. Like Katy Perry comes down and holds a daisy to the sky for her daughter, and then she kisses the ground. I'm like, you're up there for 11 minutes.
Yeah, but it's also nothing but doom.
No,
right? It's hard enough. We've normalized taking off in airplanes.
Yes.
There's nothing normal about that.
No.
And this is far more, it's really a very slowly controlled explosion.
Yeah.
Right? If the amount of force is just to knock, because that's 6 humans?
Right.
That's a lot of weight, dude, just to throw it. It
Yes.
really is. Gravity is difficult to get past. It really is.
Yeah.
So
and there's trajectories and all kinds of crazy
it's a
stuff.
very statistically high weight to get blown to smithereens.
And I don't know how many.
I'm not mad about that.
There's a ton of rockets that get fired. The satellite stuff, stuff that goes up, but not a lot of human endeavors that go.
The space tourism thing is relatively new, right? Because we didn't have. It was NASA.
Yeah.
You know what? And we were actually in competition trying to do science and shit. But now they're like, well, we're sick of super yachts.
I need something better. It's like going to the Titanic in a submersible.
Stuff like that. It's like it's extreme. Wealth is bringing these extreme activities, right? Because you gotta. It's like eating a Komodo dragon or something. It's like you just gotta do weird shit.
Yeah.
Like you could try giving away your money.
Yeah.
That would be a weird thing for you to do.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't know.
Was it it's his ex-wife that's been giving away all the money?
Yeah, no, she turned out friend of the show.
Yes, a very good friend of the show. We were.
Yeah, man, I don't know, and I don't hate on people for amassing wealth, but the game shouldn't allow for the amassing of wealth.
Yeah,
it's the game's fault.
Yes,
right. The game has been gamed in such a way because that doesn't happen in nature.
No.
You know what I mean, Giant? If the ant pile got too big, you would die out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like you can't have the queen just like. You know what I mean?
Grog and Slog's village back in the day. If some dude was hoarding all the nuts, right?
Yeah,
he had all the nuts, and everybody else was
nuts. D's nuts is usually what
I was going there, but if he's hogging all the nuts and everybody else is starving, you don't think that Grog's gonna
bonk? Yeah.
Somebody's gonna vote that down. Right?
I don't know. It's a trip. But that's part of the human dynamic. But regardless, to say, I don't know. Katy Perry's a fox.
Yeah,
so I'll just leave it at that.
Is.
That's all I care about.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah. And I mean, congratulations to going up and coming back and wanting to do. I wouldn't want to do that.
It'd be like if they got to ride in a dragster. Like an alcohol funny car or something, you know what I mean?
I would do that
because there's a decent chance of getting blown to smithereens.
Yeah,
right. Statistically, it happens enough for that to be terribly dangerous.
Right.
But so same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. But and they both take a lot of energy to do their action.
Yes.
Right. I don't know.
I'll say this: I understand the criticism.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, it is somewhat of a fantastic human achievement to be able to even consider doing this.
To hit microgravity and shit like that. It is. No, it's a testament to human achievement.
Yeah,
it is.
What else would be?
Can that be wasted on people sometimes?
What else would be great is another great human achievement is feeding every hungry person on Earth. Right?
Even pretending to go in that direction would be satisfactory. You know what I mean? Now we're like, no.
I'm not going to take a step in this lane for a second. But not doing it.
But still, I mean, fuck. And I'm not going to let, the good of achievement, this, even aside, be the enemy of perfection, right? You know what I mean? It's like, because humans, we got to take our steps where we can, Just, I don't know. If we come up with quantum computers, that's a neat technological step. Whether or not it's necessary or good for us, right? You know what I mean? I'm still stoked on solar panels and shit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let alone, like, all the cool things that humans can do when we're not distracted or bullied into stupid shit,
Yeah.
So...
But I hear solar panels fry butterflies, so they're
yeah. Just the death ray. Oh my God! I know.
Killing the bees.
I mean, trillions of tons of coal get converted into gas. You know what I mean? It's like, I know.
I'm just kidding, people.
Fucking butterflies.
Fucking butterflies ruining everything. There was one other funny thing that I do want to mention on this, because I was watching the video and I thought it was funny, because it's all performative, right? And they're getting their press, they're getting their photo opportunities, but the capsule's on the ground. Bezos and some other people are running there, but they're bringing family members, they're bringing press, they're waiting on that stuff. You see the door open a little bit, and Bezos say something like, not yet, and then the door closes, right?
Yeah.
And then there, like, 3 or 4 minutes goes by, and all these vans and trucks are arriving, and people are jumping out, and then it's time to go ahead and release them. Bezos goes up with this tool, and I don't know what it is. It almost looks like a crowbar, but he goes up with this tool, and he kind of does a couple of shimmy shakes with the tool, and then the door opens up. And I'm like, motherfucker, just open the door. You don't have to put on
to be part of the ceremony or whatever.
Yes, you don't have to put on this act.
Well, so the guy who's got $300 billion might be a little self-centered. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what you're hearing.
Yeah. I
just thought it was goofy and funny. But
it's, it is. Just so that everything's fake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or not fake, but just partly fake.
Right.
It's just weird.
Yeah. Speaking of Bezos, he also just sold, finally, I guess it's been on the market for a little while because nobody can afford it, $63 million house in Hunts Point just sold.
Man.
He is now officially moved down to Florida. Yeah.
Just because he didn't want to pay into any system that may have benefited him.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah.
The Seattle public school system, the Seattle roads that helped all his shit get started, let alone continue.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't want to pay into any of it.
No.
Yeah. Let the people I kind of hire for low wages, let them pay into it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's the wealth creation that they keep telling us, dude.
I have a helicopter anyway.
Yeah. Get to the chopper.
I have a rocket shaped like a penis that takes me to space.
Yeah, I mean, geez, I don't know. Sooner or later, it's gonna, because there's stuff out in space that we're gonna want, right? It's like where it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just thought we should have kept it with NASA and kept a progressive tax rate.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, because then it can't really get used against you, because these guys can sell us out any minute, right? Elon Musk is selling us out right now at a large scale. And so when all of our eggs are in his satellite network system, he's not going to use that as leverage.
Right.
Does anybody believe that for a moment?
No.
Does anybody believe that at all? It's like, man, at least with as fucked up as the military-industrial complex is and has been, please do not misunderstand me. There are chains, right, and levels of there's just way more checks and balances. Potential checks and balances, right? In the corporate world, there are almost none, right? If so, and if it worked with his companies, Elon Musk's companies in general, he would have been fired for destroying for his extra business activities destroying the stock price.
Right.
Any CEO would have been sacked. How in the fucking world is he not fired?
Right.
Let alone just not be around to do his job.
Yeah. Well,
right? And being high.
Yeah. Let alone he was going to take some huge bonus, or he was going to take a huge salary, which was way out of whack with even the SEC. came forward and said, no, we need more information on this, and all his board and all the stockholders like, no, it's okay, we'll pay him this exorbitant amount, right?
Yeah.
But even the government was like, dude, you're getting paid too much
and not paying anything out.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's weird, but then that's the game. Because if he, I'm the cornfield, I put him into the cornfield. If somebody's filling that spot, right? It's the game that's askew, right? But to the point, and at such a time in human the calendar for us, it's late in the game, bro.
Yeah,
we really are in like the ninth inning. You know what I mean?
Couple outs.
Hey, right. There's a lot of things that need to get done, and that model obviously is not interested in doing them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's like a lot of the same models, industries, personalities, and systems are what got us into these pickles in the first place.
Yeah.
Right?
And I feel like even if we get up to bat and are able to do, using the baseball analogy, right? Even if we tie it just to get into extra innings.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we've got it solved. We're just getting a little extra time.
Yeah.
We're getting a few extra innings. And who knows if,
This is good. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like to think that, Martin Luther King Jr. was correct when he said that we really are on a trajectory towards justice.
Yes.
Right? And so it seems that way. There's just a lot of roller coaster stuff to it.
Hitting these hiccups, and some of these hiccups are really big hiccups.
Yeah. And some of them are unnecessary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, because Earth is, I really am a big fan, but man, it's not always kind.
No.
Right? So we should always be working towards surviving natural cataclysm, not our own self-made cataclysm.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
What in tarnation?
There's so much other shit that's going to get thrown at us, right?
Yeah. Why would we do it to
ourselves? The humans.
So cute.
Humans are just,
But I don't know. Katy Perry is a fox.
And I got a new grandchild, and babies
that's
are
nice.
great.
And babies are
great.
They are the antidote.
Yes.
Because they are inspiration to optimism.
Yes.
You have to have hope.
Yeah.
Because you have to see this one survive and thrive. Right?
It just is born with infinite possibilities. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just fascinating and beautiful, scary, but gorgeous all in one smell good little baby.
Yeah, it is. Oh, so good. Yeah,
So
congratulations.
good. Yeah.
So good. So good. Everybody.
Yeah, appreciate it. Well, speaking of door fiascos, we talked a little bit about this either last week or the week before, Mike, when we brought up pop recession, the pop song recession, pop singer recession.
Oh, yeah.
As an indicator, right? And I just thought this was funny because I've been seeing all these articles and all these funny memes of people seeing something bizarre and going, "Oh, that's a recession indicator." Indicator of recession. So I had to share a few, and then we just talked about this. Katy Perry going to space, recession indicator. Right. There is something out there that I just saw that you can get payment plans for concert tickets and festival tickets. Just like we talked about the payment plans for the burrito.
Yeah.
Right?
For an Uber Eats bill.
It is just amazing. I mean, concert tickets are way overpriced as they are.
But now this can cost an additional fee, right?
A fee.
Because somebody's getting interest on whatever they're loaning you, right? That's kind of even though that's usury.
And you might
it's mentioned many times in the Bible.
Like 100 times.
Yeah. And we talked, and I did not, so hopefully I'll remind myself to do some research on this. Does this help somebody's credit rating? If you buy Sex Pistols tickets, they're like $100 a piece.
Yeah.
If you buy it on this plan, and you pay it off on time, does that help your credit?
Is Johnny going to be involved?
No, it's Glenn. It's Steve Jones and Paul Cook. And I'm a big fan. I really do like Steve Jones and Paul Cook as a combo. And Glenn on bass, right? So, I don't know. It's some singer. He's a young kid. I don't know. I thought about it.
Does he sound like him? But only $100.
I don't know. I haven't heard about it.
Only $100?
Yeah. It's in Showbox Market, right? I don't know. I'm thinking about I'm going to take Jay Ford, I think. So
Yeah. Might be worth it just to see Steve Jones.
I really like Steve Jones.
Yeah.
Remember, wasn't he on Conan or something? Steve Jones' Diary. And be Steve Jones in like a robe on his bed. Like, that was a good bit, dude. Because he was just having fun.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. It was funny. Steve Jones' Diary.
And that guy's been around. I mean, he's been in a lot of quote unquote super groups. Like, I'm trying to, he was in one with, oh, crap. He just shows up. He shows up a lot.
He shows up. Yeah. And I like his style. Because I mean, he had one record and Great Rock and Roll Swindle, which is a good record.
Yeah.
So, and my favorite Steve Jones is the ending of the Sid Vicious My Way, which is Steve and Paul Cook on drums, right?
Okay.
And then Sid doing
Sid.
Just mumbling. It's great. But Steve Jones, my favorite of his work is the last 15 seconds of that song.
I've heard that in a long time. I'm going to go
rocks.
listen to
I'd YouTube that. It's a good. They do a really good job.
Yeah.
That movie is a lot smarter than people give it credit for because it's also kind of silly and.
The Gary Oldman one.
No, the Great Rock and Roll Swindle.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Yeah. No, the Gary Oldman movie.
That was
great.
good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's Gary Oldman. Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of my all-time favorites. Back to office demands are happening, but more people are bringing their lunch. So brown bag is a thing. Shorter fast food lines kind of fits that too. Like a lot of people aren't like, I'm not going to go spend, and I don't eat fast food a ton, but. It's expensive, man. You go to McDonald's, like $17 for a friggin' burger, fries, and a drink.
Wow.
Who wants
I wonder
to
if that's
spend
going to push people
$17?
back, although, with drive-thrus, right? But is that going to push people back to restaurants, more sit-down stuff?
That'd be nice.
Because that $17 plus delivery fee or something, now it's 20-something, 25?
Yeah.
Right? It's that's starting to get expensive.
Yeah.
But hopefully... I'm sure they're also cutting down the amount of people they have working in those restaurants, right? They'll automate and change.
Yeah.
But,
get the cost down.
But typically, Puget Sound, they're getting $20 an hour, right? So they can buy their own meals. Right?
I think I passed a Burger Master over in on the east side, Kirkland or Bellevue, and they had a sign out now hiring. I think they were like 21 an hour.
Yeah.
Dick's Drive-In.
It's always treated their people good. Yeah, they really have.
In the 20s.
They'll send you to school and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it can be done. It can be done.
It's just a really, and that's around here because people spoke up and got that shit done, right?
Yeah.
I think although Dick's was ahead of the curve on it, they didn't get forced into paying their people well and having benefits. They decided to do so. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. So short fast food lines. There's a new show, and I never watched this, but I knew of it. Say Yes to the Dress. It was a dude and a lady that would do like a clothing makeover for somebody, and it was or maybe it was a wedding dress thing. But those two people are now in a show that's just coming out. It's called Wear Whatever the F You Want. It's like totally good recession indicator.
Overall,
right?
So the oak barrel. That's coming back. Oak barrel with suspenders,
and it keeps people away from you.
Yeah.
And it can be comfortable, a little heavy. But
that's all there was.
Somebody said that Saturday Night Live being good again is a recession indicator.
That's fine.
There's a huge used guitar surplus maybe right now. I don't know because I haven't been to Guitar
I'd blame
Center.
the pandemic or whatever.
Yeah, maybe
just
so.
like bread machines. But it's like, I'm going to start baking bread.
Yeah. And it all ends up at Goodwill.
Yeah.
You'll like this one. Plumbers actually showing up on time.
Nice. Yeah, if it's the cable guy, then you know something's up.
Exactly. And then lots of parking at Costco. You're not hunting for a place to park at Costco.
Oh, geez, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then obviously there's the stripper and the underwear indexes, right? So the underwear index means that underwear sales go way down because men aren't like, I can get another year out of these, right? Not buying new underwear, right? And then strippers not making as much money because, you got
money's tight. Something's got to
figure
give.
out what you got to give, right?
Jeez, that's like Sophie's Choice.
Do I want to eat or do I want to go to
drive
the strip
through
club?
Burger King or
Cinnamon's calling?
Yeah. Oh,
now coming to the main stage, it's Burger King.
Yeah, just combine the two.
Dairy Queen. Geez. So yeah, a lot of people have been posting stuff and just like they'll see something go recession indicator.
That's when downtown Seattle still got a 30% vacancy rate.
Oh, does it really
Yeah.
for office space?
Yeah. That's fucked up, man.
Wow.
Convert them to houses.
You got to do something,
Yeah.
right? And
People need places to live, huh?
Yeah, well,
nobody's in the office, huh?
what's the need versus the
Yeah.
And I know they would rather.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rather not because they're making so much money. Because I don't even know what an apartment in Seattle is.
A
these
lot,
days,
but I
it's
mean,
gotta be.
converting, and that's always the argument. It's really hard to convert, which, yes and no, right?
There's ways to do it. I think you
there
can
are
do
ways to do it.
communal bathrooms,
Sure.
right? Communal kitchen, even possibly.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
And then just have living space that's private and lockdownable and all that stuff. So I don't know.
Poop in a big trough.
Friends and neighbors. No, but there's a way to do.
Well, we're kind of heading back to ancient Rome, I mean, so might as well bring back their
with that little horse brush or whatever it is to wipe your. Just dip it in some water. You'll be all right.
Oh, it's coming back.
What is that? Where you're the microbials? Because you're getting somebody else's. That's why they didn't die.
Yeah.
That was the
poop exchange.
Sharing poop.
Yeah.
Gross. Well, in good news, Mike.
Oh, good.
Oh, no, this is bad news. Sorry. Good news is coming up, though. So, tale of two teenagers, the bad teenagers. Two Belgian teenagers were charged on Tuesday with wildlife piracy. What they were doing was they went to Kenya, and they were taking these harvester ants, these big fucking ants that I wouldn't go near, and they were putting them in test tubes. So you had like these old syringes or test tubes. They would put an ant in, shove in some cotton.
Sure.
Put in another ant, shove it. So they have these ants, and they had, I think it was like 5,000 roughly ants that they were going to smuggle back to Belgium.
Why?
And sell on the European, because I guess there's a demand for them. It's like trying to smuggle a little monkey.
Sure,
right?
sure.
Kenya takes that shit seriously.
Oh, well,
and they're like, you're fucking with our biodiversity.
Yeah. And introducing something where it's not native, man, that's not cool, man.
Not
that's
good.
You get English ivy.
We've been doing this for
it's
years.
A bad habit.
Not a good idea. We always joke it's like you bring in the what is it, the mongoose to kill the rats, and then you bring in the snakes to kill the mongoose, or vice versa, and pretty soon you're back to just, can we just get the rats back?
Yeah. Never thought I'd say this, but
mankind, just stop. They had 2,244 test tubes.
Wow.
And the authorities said they were valued at $1 million Kenyan shillings, which equates to about $7,700 worth of ants. But they were able
Those
to get...
guys are looking at a Kenyan felony for $7,000?
Yes.
They're dummies.
That's what Kenya said they were worth. I don't know what somebody's going to pay up there, but
weird.
It's just fucking
and how
weird.
are you moving 2,000 test tubes? You can't even bring a 40 ouncer into the movie theater,
you
dude.
Shove them in your pants, Mike.
Gling, 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 gling. I don't even know, dude.
Just let them crawl in your ears and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird
to me. These were large red-colored harvester ants that are 20 millimeters long.
Yeah.
That's about, an inch?
That's almost an inch. Yeah, because 25.4 is an inch.
Yeah.
That's plenty of ants.
I'm not taking that.
Yeah, and I don't know. Harvester of sorrow? What kind of harvester are we talking about here? I ain't fucking with that guy. I remember seeing leafcutter ants in Belize, and they're just a line of like, who knows how many, just carrying
the foliage.
And they're going to and from somewhere, and there's just so much.
Yeah.
So many. It's unreal.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, no, jungles are terrifying.
I'm not a big insect guy myself. Not a fan.
Man.
I like to leave them alone. let them do their thing because insects are very important.
No, they're the rulers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Indiana Jones 4? Which one is that? Where there's a giant
ants?
The ants.
That's right, but they were like the size of small cows or something.
Were they super ants?
I don't know.
I don't remember now. Yeah.
Okay,
I think I saw it once. With the Frigidaire thing, I'm like, shark jumping, bro.
Big glass skulls. What? Wait, what? Aliens?
Oh man.
I don't know. All right, so the good news on the teenagers. Let's talk about good teenagers. 3 teens have invented a salt-powered refrigerator that does not need electricity. These kids are all from India, from Indore, India, I think. I'm not even going to try to pronounce their names. Look up this article. 3 good kids. What they did was they built like a cooler, and then they add the salt, and the salt actually pulls heat from the box as it dissolves in water.
Sure.
And I guess there's certain salts that work better for this than other salts, so they sat and really worked on figuring out what salts actually make the most sense to use. I think they ended up using, did I write it down? I might have written it down. Ammonium chloride.
Which is,
And like I said, chemistry is not my thing. But it maintained a temperature of between 35 to 43 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty cool. So what the goal is to, because all their parents work in the medical field, and it's really tough to get vaccines out to really remote parts of the world, especially in India. So the thought process, and you can't just, there's not a lot of refrigerator trucks that you can just grab, an old ice cream truck or something, right? So they will use this because it doesn't take any electricity to get vaccines out to these places. And these good kids, talking about good deeds, we'll talk about that a little bit coming up when we talk to Addison, but these kids actually won the 2025 Earth Prize this past Saturday. It comes with a $12,500 award, which they're going to use to build 200 of these salt and get them dispersed. So I think to about 120 different hospitals to test this theory that they can get the vaccines out to the clinics.
Yeah, just like when you make ice cream, right? Same kind of thing, right?
Same kind of thing.
Yeah.
With ice cream, you add the salt, but I guess it does because the water's melting, right?
Ice,
so it's pulling that warm out of the. I just made ice cream a couple of weeks ago. I hadn't for a while, but yeah.
Yeah, geez, that's really neat.
Yeah, very cool idea.
Chemistry. Yeah, because like you say, remote places, right?
Yeah.
That's
and you can't. They don't have electricity, so you can't keep it. But you could haul bags of this salt. These boxes that we're talking aren't very big. Probably like.
But maybe they can carry 200. Doses or who knows how many.
And then a bunch of salt you could put on the truck too. And
geez, there you go.
Keep it,
Geez, that's a kick in the pants.
So it's really cool. Yeah. Well, some sad news. One of, I know, your favorite bands of all time, rest in peace, Les Binks. Died.
Yeah.
He died way back on 3/15 last month, about a month ago, but they just sort of announced it recently. He was the drummer for Judas Priest.
And he's on my favorite Priest album.
And actually started out on Stained Class.
He did?
Yeah, 78, and then Killing Machine in 78, and then like you mentioned, Unleashed in the East.
79.
Which is 79.
Yeah. Geez, all right.
Couple of stories for him. I guess he played drums on, I forget who, I can't remember his name, but Deep Purple bassist did a solo album. He played drums on it, and then that bassist was going to go produce the album before Stained Class, where they had another drummer, but he found out that drummer drummed on the album and then left. So he sort of got introduced to Judas Priest, and did they want to keep him, all that stuff. And I think they brought in another drummer to perform on that album, but then they hired him to do the subsequent supporting tour. And then he kind of just stuck with the band, but he always felt like he was a hired gun. Like he was never a full-time member of the band. In fact, within Unleashed in the East, his story, and not confirmed or anything with the rest of the band, but he says that he was on tour. They were doing a Asia tour, and he walks out and he sees that they're have a recording truck there with the microphones coming up on stage, and he goes back to the manager, goes back to the hotel and talks to the manager. He's like, hey, I didn't know we were recording an album. The guy's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna see if it comes out good, and we'll release it, but we'll figure out the royalties and all that stuff later. No. So he lets it go, and then sure enough, the band calls him one day and says, hey, we're all just over here at headquarters and we're listening to the live album. And he wasn't even invited to the live album listening and stuff.
That's a drag.
And then the manager gets on the phone. He's like, yeah, hey, we lost a lot of money on that tour, so we'd really appreciate it if you didn't ask for royalties on this, because we got to kind of make our money back. So they were asking him not to take a cut.
No, they're actively making him think he's not part of the band.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a drag.
So it's a drag that he felt like that, and then so he left shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I know, I would too. They Jason Newstedted him. That's what they did.
Yes, I feel like.
But he left the band.
Yeah.
It's like, because you made him feel like he wasn't part of the band.
Never part of it in the first place. Yeah. So get that shit in writing, people, if you join.
Yeah, sure. But Unleashed in the East, I was just thinking about that the other day. It's like
one of the great.
It's on my
albums.
top 11 albums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because number one's always fuzzy. But for sure, it's incredible. Yeah. And I know people have said, well, it was produced later, or they redid all this stuff, and I don't care. It's a great record.
Yeah.
I have listened to it hundreds of times and will listen to it hundreds more.
And that was, I know after that was when, they had some, not huge, they weren't ever huge number ones until they got to
Screaming for Vengeance,
and British Steel and all that stuff.
And even British Steel, I think, wasn't as big as Screaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Scream had
you got another thing coming. Yeah, it was the MTV.
That was the MTV thing. Yeah. So rest in peace to him. He did go on. He met up with. I think he had another a priest. Where it was like Lester Banks Priest or something like that, where he'd play a lot of the tracks that he did. He actually wrote one of the songs on Stained Class, I think, which is kind of cool. Yeah. But did his own thing for a while, met up with KK for, I don't know if they did an album or they did a tour or something, because he left Judas Priest.
Yeah, KK's Priest or something.
But both those guys got inducted to the Hall of Fame.
That's nice.
When they did, and he was able to go up on stage and play a few songs with Priest.
Did Lester Banks did?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Huh.
So maybe Hatchets got buried later on.
I'd like to hope so, but that's a drag.
It is a drag.
Oh,
I mean, kind of Peep-esque, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, he's the standard, right?
Speaking of that, I just found out that, and I don't follow him too much, but Ray Starkey, who is Ringo Starr's son, has been the drummer for The Who for the last 25, 30 years.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So I've seen him live a couple of times in the past, 5 or 8 years. But he just got fired from The Who. I guess he had a surgery or something, and they did a performance, and he wasn't up to par, I guess. So the band let him go, and I'm like, geez, it's crazy, but it's a business, right? It can be a family,
but also, yes,
and feelings can get
all
hurt.
Of those things. Oh yeah, for sure.
And it can be like a divorce. Yeah.
Jeez. I'm available, guys.
Yeah. Mike's right.
Although my hip is kind of acted up, so maybe.
You can get through one song. There was also someone, and I'm not a big Steven Tyler fan anymore, but his daughter came out and was talking about him and his stage presence, and he always had those scarves on the thing. And they said she intimated that he always hid his pills and drugs and stuff in those scarves, so he wouldn't have to leave the stage.
Sure.
I'm like, okay, makes sense.
That's possible.
It's possible.
No, they were partying.
Yeah.
And plus, because that was kind of the New York Dolls look. You know what I mean? Because Aerosmith's like 73, 74, right? It's like they were back then.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, it's nuts. All right, Mike. Well, we're going to take a little break, folks, and introduce Addison, Renton citizen extraordinaire, who's going to come and chat with us about doing good deeds out here in our community, and kind of how you guys can duplicate that from wherever you are. So we'll come back and talk to her, and then go from there.
All right.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
I don't go too in depth, or I don't take myself that serious. So.
I know how you feel.
Yeah, but however you feel about it, it's fine. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
This is our do-gooder segment.
Do-gooder of the week. Yes. No, we have with us on this lovely podcast, we've got Addison. Addison, I just met you, so I don't know your last name. I don't know if you want to give it out, but
no,
just Addison. It's like Prince or
the title is do-gooder.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Yes.
What I do know about Addison is she works really hard around the Renton community and maybe even King County community for REACH and for Sustainable Renton, which are two great organizations here locally that provide a lot of assistance to people in need.
Sure. No, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really awesome. And to add to that, we also serve breakfast at Luther's Table every Saturday morning, 8 to 10. So come, it's all free.
Nice.
Come, and you can take
nourishment, right? That's very such a obvious kindness, but it's such a base thing.
It is.
Right? So, and everybody knows the horror of being hungry.
Of course.
So to alleviate that is really good.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about each organization? Like, I know a little bit more about Sustainable Renton, but for those watching around the world, and hopefully if you don't have an organization like this, you can start one wherever you are. Because it's not hard to start.
No, it's not. I don't know all the logistics, but I do know that it's a well-oiled machine as far as creating food sources and sometimes clothing and other necessities that people need to have as human beings. And our situation is kind of a jumping off point, where if you come in and you need something else, we may be able to lead you to another service other than just food. It could be shelter or what have you. But and we are always looking for volunteers as well. So if someone wanted to come and give us a hand with delivering food or helping to prep or setting up groceries or what have you, that would be good too. So,
fantastic.
And which organization? I mean, both of them, but obviously,
that's Sustainable Renton.
That's Sustainable Renton. And is that the one that has the food pantries all over?
Yes, I almost forgot to mention that. Yeah, in different neighborhoods. I don't know all the neighborhoods, but I do know that there's food being restocked weekly. So you can just come and take what you need, and it gets refilled every week.
Yeah, and if you pass one and you've got some stuff in your pantry that you're not going to use, definitely drop it off.
Yeah, we're always taking donations.
Yeah. And you can drop it off at so the pantries are basically like a take a book, leave a book library.
Exactly. Very much. It's very much so like that. Yeah.
And just an easy, dignified way to go and just grab some food.
Exactly.
When you need it.
No questions asked.
I can't think of a better thing.
Same thing.
And I like books too, but books also, I mean,
they feed you.
They do. They are a different type of nourishment.
Yeah, they do feed you.
At the library in my neighborhood, it's all romance novels. So.
Okay.
I'm good.
I can give you the link for that.
Yeah, please.
It would be reachrenton.org.
Okay,
so
reachrenton.org.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in tapping into that and getting linked with us, that would be great.
Yeah. If you're looking for a volunteer, and nowadays here in 2025, with all the craziness that's happening in the world, it's a perfect opportunity to get out and get involved with something.
No, and the healthier and stronger our citizens are, right, the better off we're going to be. There's no downside to it.
Yeah.
No.
There's really not.
No, it's a win-win, in fact.
And taking even small actions as a volunteer or a helper of any kind, they pay a dividend to the person doing those things also, right?
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
it's nice. It's just nice. It makes you feel good. It's a feel-good kind of thing.
Yeah, who doesn't want to feel good?
Yeah, which isn't bad, right?
Yeah.
And it's also kind of a duty as a living being.
Yeah.
You know
A
what
citizen.
I mean? To try to, as a citizen of a
definitely.
shared society and planet,
Common
right?
ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we all know, because we all know what it's like on the other side.
Oh,
right?
it could be. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did you get involved in these organizations?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy town. But so around Christmas, I saw a flyer somewhere saying they needed volunteers to serve Christmas meal at Luther's Table. I signed up for that and went to serve a Christmas meal, and there was clothing being given out and lots of other goodies. Next thing I know, they're asking me, well, would you be available for this and this and that? And I said, yeah, I think I would. So that's kind of how
they got they got the hook in you.
and
they
she
did.
keeps showing up.
It wasn't hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's so nice. And we also have a fundraiser May 31st at Luther's Table.
At Luther's Table?
Okay.
Yeah, at Luther's Table. It's in the planning stage at this moment. It's not really solidified.
Okay.
But it's coming around.
Just like a night of giving kind of thing? Okay.
Donations. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Luther's Table is such a great place.
I've been to a bunch of cool stuff.
Dynamite, yeah.
Because open mic's Thursdays, right?
Yeah, they have
we
open
record
mic.
at the same time.
Oh, shoots. They have game night too, though.
Yeah, we had Michael the Greater, we call it. I think it's Fasson. What's his name? Fasson?
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? He and his daughter created a game.
Triple Scoop.
Oh.
Triple Scoop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we had him on the show to talk
he's
about
a
his
game night hanger.
Yeah, he
okay.
does a lot of stuff at Luther's Table.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a great space.
Yeah.
It is.
It really
it
is.
Yeah, no, it's been.
It's
great.
really. And if you've not gone there for breakfast, oh my God, you're missing
Yeah,
out.
it's good.
Yes.
It's really
Yeah,
good
geez,
food.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just might.
Yeah. You should.
Take me up on it.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. So I'm going to get this straight in my head. So, reach is something a little different.
Yeah.
But they're sort of intertwined a little bit.
Yeah.
What is Reach's main mission?
So they have clothing. They can direct you to shelter if you need work support. Things
like
like
a
that.
services
Yeah.
based, yeah.
And do they have an office here in Renton, or is it
The
just
office that I know of is in Skyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not very far.
that counts. It totally counts.
and
That was going to be Renton at one point, right?
probably, yeah. And Kinza Schaffer, she's the director for that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the lady, the go-to lady. I'm just trying to think here if I have the link for it. Oh, so you can reach Kinza at reachrenton.org.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. How do you spell? I'm sorry. How do you spell her name?
Kinza, Kinza.
Z-A. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and her last name is Shafir, Shafir. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you need assistance or you're just looking to donate some time,
Yeah.
great organizations for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. It's really good stuff, and it's a feel-good moment because everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Everybody's welcome.
And that's the best part of it all.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because it is. It's a common thing, right? The common goal should be to eliminate, want, really, but poverty at least. Just the least we should do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, because with nutrition comes a better result, right? The more nutrition a human being has, the better the result. There's no argument.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all have that commonality, food, shelter,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
With sustainable renting, I did look at the website and saw that there's tons of different activities that they do. Some pertaining to just look like just like neighborhood
Sorting food,
yeah. And just
counting canned goods,
counting
Charles.
canned goods, yeah.
I had at my house 2 weeks ago, I had so many diapers up to my eyelids. I didn't know what to do. I had to count them and put them in a bag, then put them back in the box, and then write the number on it. I've never seen so many diapers. But it was so great. I already had a ball.
Necessity. Man, another necessity.
I had a ball.
Nice.
I did.
Yeah.
I got it done.
That's great.
I think I had 10 boxes of diapers.
Wow.
I got it
all different
done.
sizes?
Yes.
Yeah. So if your kids outgrow size, no better place to take them.
Oh, so to kind of just and if somebody can free up, just schedule, with either an organization or just be self-disciplined and set aside an hour a week to begin with, or 2 hours a week,
exactly,
right? And just to pay it in some kind of social dividend, right? The payback is something we might not immediately see, but sometimes you do, right? But regardless, it's a safe bet that it's going to pay our society and our planet forward, right?
For sure.
It's the way it is.
Yeah.
So,
it's good stuff.
I'd even feed a jerk,
Yeah. Oh, come on.
They're hungry.
No.
Anybody. I think we said this before the show. I mean, just the act of feeding somebody is just the most wonderful base thing that you can do for somebody. Giving somebody a loaf of bread, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Just filling their bellies.
Yeah, definitely. So we accept all types of donations too, clothing, whatever you have, any kind of food, but we take other donations as well.
Do they have a pretty good size space up there that they can handle?
They do.
Okay.
At Luther's table, they have a space to be able to put some things.
Oh, okay. So
that's cool.
you can store. Okay.
Yeah.
So you could take it right to Luther's table.
You can take it there, and then Kinza will take it to a closet that they have where they have other clothing and accessories.
Okay. Well, even easier. You can take stuff down there, grab a meal, and then drop your stuff off.
Sure can.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
What time is the Saturday meal again?
8 to 10.
8 to 10.
8 to 10. Yeah. Every Saturday.
That's very reasonable.
Yes, it is. It's very reasonable. And they don't just kick you out at 10.
Sure.
If you're still eating. Not only that, but you can take food to go. Because there's usually always leftovers.
Yeah.
So you can take food to go.
That's fantastic.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Doesn't get any better than that.
No, right.
Hot coffee, juice, there's always fruit, there's always some sort of bacon or sausage or ham, scrambled eggs.
And Luther's table is also volunteer.
Yeah.
So I suppose just hanging out at Luther's would get you pointed in a bunch of different directions.
The whole staff is.
I don't know if everybody's.
But they take a lot of volunteer.
They take a lot of volunteers. There are some paid staff.
Okay.
Mostly the folks that are directing it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Geez. Any other events coming up for either organization?
Just the fundraiser.
The fundraiser.
May 31st, and it will be there. And again, it's in the early stages of it. So, but I hear it's going to be something fantastic.
Is that, I don't have a calendar, is that Saturday or something? A weekend?
I think it is a weekend, actually, Charles.
Yeah.
I think it falls on a Saturday.
It's always a weekend somewhere, people.
Yeah, you know. For sure.
Is that how it works? I don't know, Mike.
Thanks for mentioning that.
I don't know. It feels like Thursday to me.
Oh.
Or Tuesday.
Or Tuesday, yeah.
Did you grow up in the Renton area?
I didn't actually, Charles. This is crazy town. I actually grew up in San Antonio.
Oh, nice.
Texas.
A long way from home.
Well, okay. I married someone in the military, and then years and years ago, in 1990, there was a other life-changing circumstance, and so I moved to Canada.
Oh.
And then back to Seattle.
Okay.
And we've been here ever since.
What part of Canada?
Burnaby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a great experience.
Right outside Vancouver, then, right?
Yeah, about 20 minutes or so.
Nice, yeah.
It's a great experience.
I've been to Burnaby.
Yeah, it's
It's beautiful
It just
country.
sounds pleasant.
Oh yeah, it's
It sounds like a type of couch.
Yeah.
A type of material that your couch, like a really good couch is made
it's
of.
a really good. It's very cozy.
It's a Burnaby.
Burnaby.
Yeah, but Mike.
Burnaby.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice. So into Seattle area or Renton specific?
So first we ended up in Federal Way, and
Okay.
I did everything over the phone. So we ended up in Federal Way, lived there for 20 years, and then my daughter was property manager right over here close to the Piazza when the name was different and they were apartments. And so she said, "Mom, why don't you move to Renton?" Like, where's that?
Center of the universe. Come on, Adam.
I was behind the times.
No, that's all right. We'll let it go.
So long story short, I moved to Renton in 2007. My daughter and my youngest daughter and I moved to Renton.
Nice.
To
Well,
be
we're
here.
lucky to
That's
have you.
18 years.
Yeah.
Oh, we're lucky to have it. So,
Yeah,
thanks
thank
for-
you. Thanks, Mike. I've been here ever since.
Nice.
So, and my husband is from Beacon Hill.
Oh,
So he grew up here, graduated from Franklin.
You go to Van Asselt or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah. Plays basketball at the community center on Saturdays.
Nice.
So,
what year did he graduate?
oh gosh,
Just,
I wish I could
late
think of it,
80s,
Charles.
early-
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
He might have. I just a lot of friends that went to Franklin.
Oh, okay.
So he might. We may be. 6 degrees of separation.
Maybe.
Or whatever.
Yeah, there's a likely chance. Believe me, because he's
Somewhere around there.
I better not say it because he might be listening. Why did you say that?
Like and subscribe.
I know.
Everybody, thanks for being here. I mean it.
Yeah. Everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's 18 years.
Yeah.
So, no, you're pretty low.
I
Yeah.
think she's local now.
Yeah.
Any favorite places around here?
Oh, every place actually,
Yeah.
Charles. 8-bit.
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
907.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, just
It just doesn't get any better right
Coulon
here.
Beach, Ivers.
Oh, yeah.
We always talk about the parks in
Oh my
Renton
gosh.
as just being
Just-
world class.
Yeah.
It is
Yes,
pristine.
Yes.
The Birdliner, our friends own the Birdliner.
Oh.
So every New Year's, we're there because it's a masquerade ball.
Yeah. Oh,
Every
that's
New
nice.
Year's,
Yeah.
you know. So, oh my gosh, Dennis and Lydia, you're
cool.
transformed completely. I mean it. It's so we've been there since they're opened. Oh, it's more than 10 years.
Oh,
So
for
David
sure.
and I first went to their first masquerade ball, and we can't stop going.
Yes, I'm going to have to check it out.
Every
Yeah,
New
that's great.
Year's.
We're
Oh
usually
my-
just at home.
Oh no! Don't do it. You got to be at the Birdliner. Oh no!
Can I get a +1 to charisma for each inch I'm covering over my face?
Oh, no.
If I have like 6 masks on?
Oh, no.
yeah. Like, +6 to charisma.
Oh no!
That's a fact.
And he gets funnier, too.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's one of our favorites. Aside from all the trails and
Yeah, that's
stuff,
great.
you know,
Yeah.
and Cedar River, of course.
Yeah, the river's great. Nope,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city.
It really is.
It's
really is.
just
Oh, yeah.
enchanting.
I think so, yeah.
If you ever take a walk and just listen to the birds and trees.
Yeah, still a lot of foliage, which
Oh,
brings
gosh.
birds, et cetera,
Yeah,
et cetera.
flowers.
No, it's great. Now we have eagles.
Oh, my
Oh, yeah,
gosh.
no, we had Ren's got all.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah, the Liberty Park right there, just those huge blossom trees.
Oh yeah,
Just-
cherry
just
blossoms.
nice.
It's incredible. Yeah, you can't find this anyplace else in the world. I don't think. Not this city.
Not this city.
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
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 I don't believe
Plus,
so.
it's scrappy. You know
Oh,
what
God,
I mean?
yeah.
You know.
Okay, Mike.
Scrappy, that's a good way to put it.
Oh, yeah, no, Ren's.
Yeah.
That's great.
great.
How long have you lived here, Charles?
I've been here off and on, I think 92-ish.
Yeah.
92 years, Dan?
1992. I left for a little while, got divorced, had to move out of the city.
Yeah.
Incognito
It
time.
happens.
But came back around 2001.
Oh,
And
okay.
then been here ever since.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And you, Mike?
Mike's still a lifer.
Yeah, since
Oh,
the
you're
earth was
forever.
cooling.
Oh,
Primordial
It's still
soup.
partially molten.
oh my God.
He just crawled out of the primordial soup and ended up in Renton.
That's funny.
Yeah. Mike grew up
Yeah, Bryn Mawr.
Bryn Mawr.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, Bryn Mawr. Yeah. This guy. We went to Bryn Mawr, Dimmitt, Renton.
Oh, Dimmitt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in the summertime, I teach arts and sewing at Dimmitt.
No, right. It's a nice
summer
school.
program.
Yeah. They remodeled.
Yeah.
The do-gooder list just keeps growing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I just-
and what was this about a cooking class?
Oh, that's every other Tuesday at the community center at Family First.
Oh, that's right. We didn't even talk about that
Yeah,
yet.
is that drop
Big time
in or
involved.
what is that? What's?
Well, it's mostly the kids that attend there.
Oh, it's for children.
But
Oh.
I have adults that show up too
All right.
sometimes,
That's
but
where I was
mostly
going
for
with
the
that.
kids that,
What ages?
all are
I'll
welcome.
take my daughter over.
I want to say, Charles, 5 and up.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, as long as they can stir and,
Yeah.
be able to focus
Yeah.
on, oh, wow, that's how you do that.
I've got a 14-year-old with 14 and 15-year-old friends, and I
Oh, nice.
get them in there.
Yeah, for sure. It's every other Tuesday. So we just had it. So not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. And it's from 4 to close to 6.
Yeah, right up by Cascade.
Yes.
Elementary.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Family First.
That's
yeah.
a beautiful
Oh
center.
my gosh.
It really is, and it just
It's
made Cascade.
incredible.
It's so good for
Oh my
Cascade.
God,
Yes.
yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. The resources there are immense. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's nice.
kidding.
Yeah.
If a child comes there with a need or a family need of sorts, they will be facilitated.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Do you do anything else with the Family First? other
Teach
than-
sewing on Thursdays.
Teach,
Nice.
teach
Yeah.
sewing, teach cooking.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. I know. What's happening here?
Were you self-taught with
Domesticated
sewing, or did you?
Self-taught.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah,
That's cool.
in the 70s, I started sewing my name and designs on, the bell bottoms. So that gives it away.
Right.
And so, I don't know, I just got this thing. I was working in Bellevue for almost 10 years. And I started again, sewing class. And just went around and asked the kids, hey, would you guys like to learn how to sew? And sure enough, wow, I ran out of seats in the conference room.
Fantastic.
They gave me the
Yeah.
bank card to just go shop for whatever the needs were, and it was a success.
Is it mostly hand sewn?
Yes,
or
it's
machine?
all hand
All
sewn.
hand sewn. Nice.
Yeah, so it's left brain and right brain,
Yeah, that's great.
and the creativity mode of that.
And
But it also,
ancient skills.
yes,
Oh, so
ancient.
good.
Thank you, Mike.
So good.
It also lowers your blood pressure and creates oxytocin. So
bet,
you're
yeah.
being fed.
Geez,
Your
that's
spirit.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're being fed. So you have to focus and you're calming. Your pulse slows down, everything. Because you have to focus. You're creating. So it's really healthy.
Yes.
It's great.
As opposed to having algorithms just
Exactly.
beaten into your brain.
Yeah, or a sewing machine where
Or
it's
sewing
making this
machine, yeah.
noise, and then you have to adjust and do this. No, this is a continuous mode of soothe. It's just calming, and you see, oh my gosh, it's a pillow. You can create this, not the machine. You're creating this. So it's a win-win no matter how you look at
Yes.
it. I have parents dropping in sometimes and they want to sew. And that's fine too. But we also do other things like making bracelets, with beads and stuff like that. So that's really fun too.
But
And-
yeah, tactile skills,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think it is good because, in this world we're in, there's a
Oh,
lot of very
God.
fast things.
So much
But to
noise.
have that kind of
Yeah.
meditative work.
Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's-
still have like a common goal to finish
Exactly.
a task, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And
Also creates community right there
Yeah.
in that classroom,
Yeah.
right? Because I'm
Huge
sure you guys are just chatting away.
oh
and
God, it's the
What do the
conversations.
kids say? Spilling the tea.
endless.
Yeah, and they'll never
Endless.
forget you. Is
No.
the thing. If
Yeah.
when you teach a kid something, they imprint. It's like a goose.
Exactly.
It's like a goose,
Exactly.
but in human form.
Exactly, Mike. Thank you for that.
So it's
Thank
cool.
you.
Because I mean, I've had good adults in my life
Yeah.
occasionally.
Sure.
Some real pieces of shit as
oh,
well.
no,
But
no.
some really good ones, and I
Yeah.
do remember the good
For
ones.
sure.
I do. I remember just about every single kind of act ever done to me.
Oh,
So
okay.
here's looking at you.
Oh my God, that's funny.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
No,
sticks
I
with
get
you.
it.
And so
Yeah.
it's valuable in many
It is.
ways.
Yeah,
Right?
and intentional.
yes.
Yeah, the kids that come into my class, I don't ask them, "Hey, are you coming in?" They just come in. They gravitate, and I offer them snacks so they can relax a little bit. How was your day? How was your week? What's new? What are you up to? I want to know what's going on in your life. Are you good? Is everything fine? Are you safe? Is everything okay? So there's dialogue there as well.
And in that sort of loving environment too, it's easy for a kid to sort of relax and let you know if something's not going,
Exactly. Yeah, for sure, Charles. Yeah, there's a lot of fun times, but sometimes, you have to take a serious ear to what's being said to you. And you've got to be able to pay attention to body language and energy. So that's a significant part of working with children. Yeah. These are our future, and they're little human beings, or these human beings, or these human beings with needs and feelings. So that's really paramount for me.
Did you have any formal training for working with kids or anything?
Yeah, well, I am a teacher also.
Oh, okay. What school? Still right now?
Well, yeah, right now. I don't want to say.
Okay, that's fine.
But
thank you for that. Anyway.
Yes,
I've been doing that since 1979.
Wow.
Oh, geez.
Got a pension. Yeah.
I don't know, something's happening here.
Good on you. That's a lot
I
of good
love
work.
them babies.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it at work and I'm doing it after work.
Nice.
I don't know. That's a legacy that you can sleep well on, right?
Yes.
I'm cool with that.
Well, it's here for me, so.
I know that I didn't know the Family First Center. I assumed they had classes and stuff. I didn't know they had regular classes. They also have all the sports stuff, the basketball, the volleyball, all that, which my daughter's been up a few times and she, done hoops and stuff. Is there other classes that you know of?
There's so many.
So just
so many, Charles.
Get online.
I've heard of ceramics. I've heard of drawing classes.
Ceramics?
Yes.
I would totally be into that.
All of that.
Do they have like kilns and stuff there?
I'm not sure. I've never stopped in.
Yeah,
I've never stopped in. This is just hearing from others, how that, I did this in ceramics or what have you. So I don't really know because I'm just focused on what I'm doing for the most part. I never go around. I just listen to what folks are saying.
Did they approach you or did you approach them?
This is a long story, but I'll try to make it short. So I was volunteering for the city of Renton 3 or 4 years ago at the community center. Something for high schoolers. They were having some sort of celebration in the park. So I went there and I hear my name, that is done, really far away. And I look, who is this calling me? It's Nisha. She's the director for Family First.
Okay.
She does a lot of the hands-on and this and that. But at that time, she said, oh my gosh, we're opening this new community center. You've got to come. You've got to come and support. Like, sure, okay, I think so. So she gave me a phone number and told me to come, and they were having a ribbon cutting and all this. And so David and I went over and we helped with the ribbon cutting and volunteered for some other stuff. And after that, it was all downhill, once they found out that I do sewing.
Got you again.
I know. So I did the sewing for about 1.5 years, and then they asked me, was there anything else you think you would like to do? I said, well, I guess I could teach a cooking class, maybe, sometime.
Is there, I'm a big fan of food.
Yeah. Me too.
Is there any specialties that you like to teach?
It's a little bit of everything.
Just a little bit of everything? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know if there was a particular cuisine that you're...
No, not really, Charles, because I'm just trying to teach the kids something that's not too detailed, that they can cook with
Give them some
family.
basics.
And some basics, like, for instance, chili and hot dogs and grilled cheese and soup.
Yes.
Things like that.
Yeah, so, I mean, these kids, a lot of them two-parent working or single-parent working.
Yeah, exactly.
And, they oftentimes have to fend for themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no downside to having skills.
Yes.
No.
You know what I mean? Exercisable, positive skills. You know what I mean? It's like, that's good.
Yeah.
It's like my mom, I'm Google Gaga. And if I could reach, it's like...
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's like that meme. I think schools, I know they're so underfunded
Yeah,
right now
they
that there's
are.
so many other
Yeah.
things that they could teach rather than
Right.
trying to get test scores.
Yeah.
But it's that joke. It's like, teach me how to balance my checkbook, how to do my
Right.
taxes, how to do all
Exactly.
this. Oh, no, we're going to teach you trigonometry.
And folk
no.
dancing.
Oh God.
You got folk dancing?
We did square dancing.
You did?
Yeah.
In gym class?
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's also
man.
like, man, I still don't know how to do my taxes.
Yeah.
It's like,
No.
is TurboTax ripping me off? I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Don't
You
know.
know what I mean? It's like,
funny, man.
but it's a little late to blame that game.
Oh, my
it's like, been out of school for,
Yeah.
since the
A little
last
while.
ice age. Yeah.
Since the beginning of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could have learned.
No, don't
That
worry.
being said, I think cooking, because cooking in particular, is measurement. So
Yeah,
therefore,
it's a science.
math.
It's math.
Yes,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
chemistry, and why
Logistics.
these things work,
Exactly.
why the palate is such
Yes.
a way, blah blah blah.
Yes, and
It's
can
so-
you smell
yeah.
that? Do you smell that? It's simmering. Can you smell it? Because your brain is also adapting to this.
sure.
It's not just your eyes. You're actually reading with your brain. So your brain is kicked into all of your senses.
Yeah.
This is happening in real time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it is an imprint, Mike. Actually, it
Duck, duck, goose,
absolutely
bro.
is. Yes.
That's a thing.
And I always say I don't bake because I don't do chemistry. I'm not good at it, so I don't bake. I cook a lot, but I don't bake.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that's got a particular skill, I'm not talking Liam Neeson here, but or a retired person that should they go up and talk to?
Sure, come on,
Nisha?
or Alejandra.
Just head up there.
Just head on up there,
And say,
Nate.
hey,
Yeah, anyone
got
at the
this skill.
front desk. I want to come and volunteer my skills. I know how to do flower arrangements, or I want to teach, plant growth. Or
Yeah, sure,
yeah, absolutely.
Do you find when you're teaching a class that, because you've got all these students, you've got all these kids and whatnot, do other kids sort of gravitate because they see all these kids having a good time? Ooh,
Yeah. So my friend, they're friends. My friend wants to come in. Can she come in? Sure. Just have her come in. The cooking is a little different because we take a 15 cap.
Sure.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
we've got to be able to
Gotta have
teach
the
comfortably.
space, yeah.
So as long as you sign up, but there is wiggle room
Mm-hmm.
because, well, me, I don't like to say, you can't come. You didn't sign up. There's food. Come on in. Next time, can you sign up earlier, though?
Right.
If I can squeeze them in, I will. Yeah, definitely.
Do they sign up for individual classes, or is it a series of
No,
classes?
it just goes on every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So they sign up at the front desk.
Gotcha.
Yeah. For instance, for not next week, but for the week coming up. So, and if you want to be a guest chef, jump in, Charles. Mike, jump in.
I
we have
just, it's all
some
cast iron
special
pans.
guests.
Yeah.
More
Can I pan fry that?
We're not looking for Chef Ramsay, okay?
I don't yell.
No,
I don't
good.
yell.
No.
That's just life's too short to
Yeah,
be
for
yelling.
God forbid.
And
Oh,
none
my
of those fancy chefs could do any of it without the dishwasher.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Right now,
Right.
they're making 800 pans.
Oh, no.
Who's cleaning all those, bro? You wouldn't even be done with the first item if you had to just catch
I know,
up.
just
So I don't
do
want to
it.
hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, working at home for your,
Yeah,
your
stop.
kids are looking at you. They're hungry again. You gotta come up with
Exactly.
something.
For sure.
And clean it
Oh,
up.
man.
Yeah.
It's the meal planning for me.
Yeah.
Nobody told me as an adult it would be like half my life would be planning dinner.
What's for dinner? What's for dinner? What's for dinner?
And then you got not only got to plan it, but then you got to make it.
That's
and then
right.
you got to clean up
For
afterwards.
sure.
Yeah, no, that was not a part of the adulthood handbook. I don't remember seeing that at
And it
all.
wasn't
Funny.
explained ahead of time.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
So yeah, family first, right up by
Community
Cascade.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
my
prettiest
gosh.
buildings
Oh,
in Renton.
gosh.
Oh yeah, no, just a jewel.
Just a jewel.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
amazing.
And if you're a sports fan, Doug Baldwin
Yes.
of
Yes.
the Seahawks,
For
is
sure.
heavily involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you might
Definitely.
see him pop in.
You
once in a while.
might.
Yeah.
It's happened
Yeah.
more than
So cool.
once.
Yeah, just a great
And
guy.
he's super friendly. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, he's so well. Everybody's really nice, but you just can't even imagine. Wait, are you standing in front of me? What's happening?
Yeah.
Did I get a hug? Wait, huh?
Where's my hug?
I know. Yeah, he's pretty generous around town as far as
Yeah, he really
hugging
is.
and-
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
just time and effort.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, generous with time
Just-
is nice.
Yeah,
So.
definitely. So.
Yeah.
And what a stud! Come on,
Oh,
the guy,
for
come on.
sure.
Big
the
time.
best, and not to dog on the Seahawks of today, but he was the best of times.
Oh, right.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like,
Definitely.
oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even ask a Texas gal. Are you sort of come to the dark side of
yeah.
Seahawks? Or are you like a
Oh, sure.
Nice.
The colors do it for me. Thank you.
Nice.
San Antonio? Would that be more of a Texans?
You know what? I never
Houston?
kept up.
Never kept up.
I never
Gotcha.
did, Charles.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I
No,
left
no,
there.
I'm just curious.
Oh my gosh, when I was 17, I couldn't wait to leave.
Nice.
I mean, I just.
I'm one of those guys that draws the line in the sand.
Oh.
Which side are you on?
Oh God.
Seahawks or other.
Oh no. Definitely Seahawks in our household.
Nice, yeah. Well, your husband's from Beacon Hills.
Yeah,
so-
and he's Seahawks.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Nice.
I always mess with him. Who's the quarterback now?
Oh, wow.
Do I work for the Seahawks? I'm asking you. You
Good
should
question. Yeah. Yeah, Brock Hurts back.
Oh my God. He's funny.
Man,
Doesn't hurt to ask.
doesn't hurt. That's for sure.
I want to know.
Well, what else we got? All right, what's
Geez, well, Addison, so super stoked to have you here and talking about volunteer opportunities and helping your community, helping kids, helping disadvantaged
Yep.
that just need a slight helping hand.
For
That's
sure.
all it is.
Yeah.
So again, it's Reach.
Yep.
And we'll put all the links to these.
Sure.
Family First.
Yep.
And Sustainable Renting.
Yeah, absolutely.
She is
yeah, that's
a
getting a
very
lot
busy
done.
lady.
That's getting a lot done.
Got to do it, you know.
Right on.
It's how I pay my rent on Earth.
That's
So I can't speak
That's
for
a nice
anybody
way to look
else.
at it.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
I don't
Come
want
on,
to
this
take
kid.
advantage
Yeah.
of, oh yeah, I live
You're
in a
making
nice
us look
place.
bad.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It just means to push you to
it's
do
great.
do
I'm
more
just
too.
focusing on
Yeah.
what I need to do in
It's wonderful.
society.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and that's how.
And
I
that's the
look at
thing.
it.
And yes, even every step is a step.
Yeah.
Every single action is an action.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's that whole thing about just if everybody gave
Oh my
an hour
God.
of their time,
Sure, sure,
or
Yeah.
a little bit of extra,
Wow.
just to
Yeah. Seriously.
How
And
far
see
we
where
could
that
get.
goes. See where that goes.
Yes,
Definitely.
Because for me
Yeah.
personally, I need to have it locked into my schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Or
sure.
that time I'll
yeah.
just go somewhere else.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be done, Mike. You just pop
Yeah.
in and
Oh, yeah.
throw us a recipe or whatever.
Oh, yeah. The class I could teach people is to how to fall asleep
Oh,
on
no.
the bus, but wake up right at your stop.
Oh, my
right
gosh.
at your stop. It is. It's a gift.
It's an
Funny.
internal clock thing.
I just wear sunglasses. Nobody knows if I'm
No, I
awake.
know.
It's great.
There's a little cuckoo bird in there that starts tapping on the inside of his
funny.
skull.
Wake up!
Mike, wake up! It's your stop.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Oh, stop.
Well, it was awesome having you here. We
Thank you,
appreciate you coming down
Charles.
to talk about all this. Like I said, we'll put all the links up.
Yeah, thank
get
you.
involved, folks. No matter
Yeah.
where you are in the world.
Oh, yeah. Please.
In Renton for sure, because we
Yeah.
live
Oh,
here.
sure, sure, sure.
Definitely.
But in Cleveland, Miami,
Yeah, wherever
it might
Jakarta,
be, yeah.
wherever you
Yeah,
are.
wherever. We take donations too, so if you feel like dropping coins, they
That's
would be
always nice. It
well
helps. Yeah, no,
dispersed.
it's
Yeah,
part of the
definitely.
fuel, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because that can enable a lot of things.
Oh, of
that
course.
That elbow grease just can't
Yeah,
do.
Yeah.
definitely.
And I don't want to harp on it, but it is an awkward time in our country.
Yes.
And there's a lot of uncertainty out there.
for sure.
And so just
Yeah.
that donation or those hours that you put towards
Absolutely.
something is going to make a lot of people
Yeah.
feel a little bit
It's
more
all
secure.
beneficial with intention.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and a more solid civilization on that small scale, it really does radiate out.
Yeah.
It really does.
Right. It
benefits
really does.
all of
So-
us as a whole, as a society.
It's going to help
For
a lot,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
And these are kind of like self-wrought hard times,
Oh,
I
yeah.
think. But hard times can happen anyway.
Yeah.
So it's that social,
Link.
yes, you know what I mean? That's really
Yeah.
actually important.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, for
Cool.
sure.
Anything else you want to let us know about?
I think it's okay, Charles. I'm just
Awesome.
grateful that you invited me and I could share because, our
It's
fundraiser's
important.
coming up and, we want to do great things. So.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it, and we'll link
Okay.
it on our
Yeah.
socials and all
good.
that stuff too.
Yeah,
so.
I can text it when I receive the info more. I can text it to Mike and
Perfect.
Sure.
or you can give me your
Yep,
email
yep.
too.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah,
Yeah. Thank
for
you.
sure.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much,
Awesome.
Addison.
Yay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you
Renton
for being here.
do-gooder.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for being
Well,
here.
I don't want to be labeled, but I'm
No, not
I'm
labeled.
paying rent.
It's a
That's
good
what
thing.
I'm doing.
That's
I'm
it.
just
I
paying
like it.
rent.
I like it.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see you folks in a bit.
Yeah, I took our cats to the vet today.
Oh no.
Little mister's got he's gonna need to get some dental work. Poor buddy.
Got some old teeth going on. Man. But they're still kittens, so that's
Kittens.
Kittens
They're the
are
best.
great.
They were really good though. They were very good. It was nice. They were.
at the vet.
Yeah, they really.
What vet you guys go to?
Renton West on Brady Way. Yeah, they're
Pretty good.
Dr. Marilyn, she's fantastic.
Okay.
Yep. I heard the whole team. I couldn't say enough. They're great.
Nice.
Yeah, they should be a friend of the show.
Yes, absolutely. Just like our new friend Addison. So thanks again to her for being here and sharing her
Yeah.
story about giving back to community.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. So what else has been going on, dude?
Yeah,
With
geez,
your
what do we got?
world.
Well, yeah, what is going on there in my world? I'm glad you got a grandbaby. Are we going to talk about Danny?
We can talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that guy.
Yes, the
Yeah.
cutest little milk drunk. He's got a maybe a temporary nickname, but Bailey's been calling him Goober, which is
Goober.
great.
Oh.
Yeah. My daughter's like, "What does that mean?" I'm like, "I'm Goober." It's like, no, he's not like that.
Yeah. Well said, sister.
He's a good kid.
Yeah.
Just fantastic. Everybody's doing great. Long labor, but worth every second of it to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have to go through it. But everybody's just so excited. He's got a lot of love coming in. He's got, lots of grandmas, grandpa, all the family, and everybody's so excited.
Nice. Magic.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I think we'll keep them.
Yeah. Oh, nice. They are. They're cute.
This is 6.8 pounds.
All right.
And I think I want to remember is 18 inches long. So
Perfect.
just had these little cute little skinny legs and
Nice.
just crinkly toes. So that's great.
They are. They're cute.
Can't get away from it. I'm gonna go smush babies right now. Yeah, so I mean that's been kind of the whole
that's a good thing, I guess.
week for me, doing stuff. I haven't really done anything else that I can think of worth mentioning.
Yeah,
Working.
geez. Yeah, working. I did a couple of shows. That was nice.
Yeah,
So I
and
had
were you
Jim Rat-
recording them?
Yeah, and live stream. I think everything
Nice.
did get live streamed.
Okay.
It drops out here and there depending on the stream strength. But,
Okay.
And it has to use Wi-Fi.
Oh,
So you can't just use
can't hardwire
the
or
phone
something,
plan
yeah.
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Live streamed on YouTube, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
correct, yeah.
How is that? Because I've never tried to do that.
It seemed okay. The GoPro itself has the program for it.
Okay.
So
and then it saves it as a video that people can watch later on.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's Lucky Liquor.
Yep. Lucky Liquor 74.
Lowercase, right?
Yep,
Oh,
lowercase.
74.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So go check it out. Some great local bands, some
Yeah, it's
national
nice.
stuff, or
Yep,
touring bands,
Yeah,
at least.
that's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's nice.
And it's fun to do.
It is fun to do.
And your
Yeah.
music is,
Yeah, no, I really like music.
yeah.
So that's neat.
Yeah, right on.
I mean, it's not a grandbaby, but that's fine.
Oh, it is. Yeah. And Mary, shout out to Mary, made a
Yeah.
friggin' spectacularlarly cute little hat that
Yep.
I'm going to go use it as an excuse to drop
Yeah.
in and
Oh, good.
mush babies.
Baby hat. Babies. Yeah, they are. They're just optimism, right? And purpose.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Geez, other than that, we've been watching a kind of a cool show. If you still have Max, it's a pottery show. It's a competition show, which I'm kind of tired of the competition stuff, but it's kind of cool. It's ceramics and pottery, British. they all vie for spots, and there's no yelling or anything, but it is stressful. But they show all these different methods of not only constructing pots and ceramics, but they also show all these different techniques on how to fire them and stuff. So it's actually kind of cool, and it's sparking a little creativity. The wife wants to go take a class, which is cool. So that's why I was interested when Addison mentioned ceramics. I was like, oh, is there something there that we get? So I'm going to definitely look up and see what they got there. But it's a fun little show. Been getting into a lot of British,
I don't know, that's cool.
British shows lately. So
the Brits.
The Brits.
But that's a cool kind of reality TV and a neat kind of competition, right?
And it's stuff that I learn. There's a cool segment. So they have the main challenge where they have to build something in some form. So say they have to build, one of the last episodes was they had to build a pot that's 60 centimeters high, and they have to throw it, meaning on the wheel, and get it. And because it's so tall, they usually have to do it in two pieces and then meld it together. But they actually did a fire pit fire on it, and they showed the different techniques to add color and all this stuff. So people are like, I'm wrapping it in banana leaves and cabbage to try to get the carbon to be more greenish or whatever. So there's all this, it's just fascinating stuff, right? And then some of it's like hand constructed, some of it's built, thrown on the wheel. So I'm learning, which is cool. And then they have little segments where they have these challenges where it's like you've got to make these goblets, and person that makes the most goblets that are, good enough form to be used, wins this part of the competition. But then the guy shows them actually how to do it,
and on a production scale.
And it's like, so it's fascinating. And we started season 1. I think we just got to season 2. I think there's like 5 or 6 seasons of it. So I might grow bored with it, but for now it's like, this is cool because I love learning new stuff I didn't any idea about, right? Like pottery is like, I don't know.
And it is, this is a modern take kind of, right? But it is another ancient skill, right?
Right.
Humans been doing that for a long time.
And they talk about that quite a bit.
Because that's how we could preserve foods.
Right.
Before that, it's like you could weave a little basket, carry your shit in, but it's not the same. I'm not mad at basket weavers either. It's the same
That's
kind of thing.
another whole technique.
Just not as cool as like in Ghost. You know what I mean? He wasn't sitting behind her as they were weaving a basket. It's just not as sexy.
And they do talk a lot about the erotic nature of throwing the pottery, the forms and stuff like that. So it's kind of funny.
I try not to think of Brits and eroticism in the same mind. Just kidding.
Yeah, geez. All right, we want to end this here program. I got some positivity to throw out in the world.
Yes, please.
Because we had Addison here talking about doing good out there. This one is from a gal named Jana Stanfield, who is a songwriter. I believe she wrote some songs for like Reba McEntire and stuff, but she's also a keynote speaker. And she said, I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do.
Well, yes.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, I need that tattoo. Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Who said that again?
Her name is Jana Stanfield. She works mostly, I guess, as a keynote speaker, but she's, like I said, she's also a songwriter. I don't know Reba McEntire songs too much, except Fancy Don't Let Me Down. Here's my one chance, Fancy Don't Let Me Down. And then Ralph Waldo Emerson said or wrote at one point, the purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Good quotes. Good quotes.
Jeez. And is he to keep himself from being confused for the other Ralph Emerson?
He's got to throw the W in there.
Yeah.
Where's Ralph? No, where's Waldo?
Geez, those are both fantastic.
Yeah.
And I tend to agree. And that makes me unpopular at parties because, are you happy? It's like it doesn't matter. Yeah. It's like what is being done to alleviate suffering.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or whatever, friction or entropy or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Right? Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you folks for being here. Glad you're here, Daniel. Yeah. It's wonderful. And we'll see you guys next week.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.